It's been a while since I covered the Division here on the channel. It doesn't mean I haven't been playing it. Actually, quite the opposite. I just needed to branch out a bit and try out other titles. But in the background, I've been hitting the OG Division game and experimenting with that one, and also keeping up with the Division 2. And I know some of you have reached out to me about Resurgence coverage, but I wasn't invited to this one. So sadly, nothing from me for this playtest. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and yesterday we got a new Manhunt Target, which I ripped through and recorded using the striker build I've been going through on screen. And I was actually pleased to finally see a change in the game that I've been asking for over the past 3 or 4 years. I mean, going way back. And I also wanted to discuss a bunch of different Division topics as I played through this last level. In case you haven't done so already, make sure to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are of course greatly appreciated. And let's drop into DC and see what's been going on. Okay, so far, striker build is holding up nicely. Memento backpack all charged up with all those stacks. We're on heroic difficulty, 1 directive. Made it through the outside, about to hit the building proper. Nothing new or really challenging on the outside. In fact, it felt a bit easy, but we're up here to the building. Let's see if they've got something new in store for us. And, oh, looks like they do. We've got guards on the inside atrium. I've never seen this before. Red bars, though. All right. Now, normally there would be a doorway here. It looks like they've got it closed off. Oh, okay. Thank you, Division team. I've been asking for this change for years. I don't know how long ago I posted that video, 2, 3 years ago. Things that we could do to change up the way the missions play them in reverse. I love this. Look at this. We're shooting from the top down. Just this little change in perspective is great. And these mini tanks are still annoying as hell. There we go. Scope mode on this thing shreds. Love it. Mouse and keyboard. St. Elmo's engine with scope mode. It's like butter. All right, so the Division Resurgence. We need to talk about this one. I know there's a playtest going on right now. I know some of you have been watching footage over on the tubes. And overall, maybe you leave me your thoughts and impressions down in the comment section. You know, do you like what you see? Is it meh? Is it definitely something you're going to avoid? Any and all feedback is greatly appreciated. You know, I was invited to a playtest, I think it was about 9 months ago. I left my honest thoughts and impressions and a video to the channel. I haven't been invited back. Maybe my video had something to do with it. I thought I was overall pretty fair with the game, but I have been reading about a lot of changes they've been making to the game, and honestly, it needed these, like onboarding, progression. I know there was a bunch of challenges they added in with this latest playtest. A solo queue for the Dark Zone. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. It was kind of the allure and the attraction to the old DZ was taking on those 2v1s, those 3v1s, God forbid, those 4v1s, and coming out successful. I know that they added some stuff like smart cover, which was the craze. It was the meta back when the DZ police were really popular in the OG game. I know they added on stuff like recommended power scores and gear score systems, and even a 60 FPS mode. I mean, this was all kind of published information. All things, honestly, the game needed, but yeah, I would definitely welcome your feedback on it. How's the new Resurgence looking and or playing for you? Again, leave me a comment. Okay, so coming into the House of Representatives backwards. I like this. Let me see if I can ambush these guys right off the bat with the Banshee Pulse. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. I wonder if they're going to back rage me. Come through that back closet like they do on the standard format. Anyways, moving on. Division Heartland. How many of you read that recent IGN article or whatever publication article about that Twitter user who saw the change in the rating? I think it was in Taiwan. There was all this speculation that the game is set to release in early 2024, possibly January or February. You know, I don't know. Heartland has been delayed over and over. I mean, wasn't it supposed to release back in 21 or 22. Look at these guys. Did I call it or did I call it? Coming out of that back closet. What are we? We're now towards the end of 2023. Still no date. I mean, I've heard about more play tests, of course, all under NDA. And we saw the larger dev diary format thing with gameplay footage back in April. But since then, not really anything out of Heartland. And personally, I probably wouldn't put any faith in that early 2024 prediction as well. And if my sources are correct, the change in rating was moving it to the appropriate rating that it has already been publicly listed at. So this was just to sync it up with the previous listings. Anyways, Heartland looked to be that PvEVP substitute for the survival revamp we never got, albeit with significant changes and free-to-play, and of course not set in NYC in the snow, which is a tragedy. But, you know, honestly, I don't know how I feel any longer about Heartland. I mean, back in 2021, it looked interesting, but as the years have passed, it may be launching into a market that has moved on, if you know what I mean. I guess we're going to have to wait and see on Heartland. Wow, look at this. This is like a shooting gallery through here. I like this. Scope mode for the win. Man, these doggos are still tough. And I'm laying 630k crits on them. There he goes. One more. Perfect. Yeah, just this change in perspective is really cool. Coming backwards through the Capitol building. I like it. TD2, the Division 2. You know, at least for me on PC, the crashing has all but been erased. Thank God, right? And of course, with my new 4090 GPU, it doesn't break a sweat, even in 4K. On full Ultra, I've got an FPS counter up on screen. I mean, you can't see it, but it just stays pegged at 60 FPS. And, you know, just speaking to the game overall, I know that many of you have been hitting Descent each and every week, you know, killing the Nemesis to collect those comms. The Dark Zone and PvP kind of is what it is. And, of course, this season's format's going to continue on well into 2024. This is kind of a cool perspective in this area. That would actually be a good question for chat about how many hours per week do you still dedicate to playing the Division 2? You know, leave me a comment. Let me know. Oh, I found the spawn. Got lucky on this one. I hear them. They're probably jumping down from up top. Anyways, of course, we also need to talk about the Division 3. Stop with the grenades, please. And that odd, out of the blue on a random Thursday. No fanfare, no giant trailer, no build-up, no announcement. Just like, hey guys, the Division 3 is confirmed announcement from Massive and Ubisoft. I mean, looking back at that, that was weird, right? Anyways, Julian Garrity is spearheading that one again because, you know, he did the same with the Division 2. I've also got a ton of thoughts on what I'd like to see in the Division 3. Don't shoot the statue, dummy. Where I'd like to see it set, major overhauls to the core gameplay mechanics. And of course, you know, I'm not a dev, so none of my thoughts really matter because they're going to make it the way they want to make it. I feel like this battle should be coming to a close pretty soon because just on the other side of this chamber is the atrium where we use those zip lines to climb up to the top of the rotunda. So let's try this out. A little bit of an altitude change. Drop the doggo here. You know, I still don't know how a doggo disrupt affects a ballistic shield. I would get the concept if it stops the shield regen or, say, the deflection mechanics, but dropping the shield because of the doggo just is crazy. Oh, avoid those grenades. Grenade launcher spam is very real in the Division 2. Let's push over here to the left side. I hear one right here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and of course, I used the Banshee Pulse. One enemy too early. It would have been perfect for that closet right there. Anyway, let's see what we got. There's the boss. The boss got schmelted. Overall, everything's getting schmelted. Let's finish these up. Pop over to scope mode. Finish this one with a bang. As promised, a bang.
I'll get Jack back to the castle. Nice work, Agent.
Okay, so overall, I liked the opposite flow of the mission, but it was really without any new mechanics. I will, of course, be looking forward to reading your comments about Resurgence, Heartland, and Div 2 and Div 3. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are, of course, greatly appreciated. All my socials can be found in the video description. Shout out to the now over 181,000 of you that have stuck with me and hit subscribe. And a special thanks goes out to my Patreon supporters and to those of you sending over those awesome YouTube super chats. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.